Hello, 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 and welcome to Chatting Tonight. Chatting Tonight, the only podcast where we take a cursory look at the world around us because going in depth is just too damn scary. Tonight, let's peek into the wares of some of the real housewives, the hits and misses. I assume they're all misses, but we do live in a crazy world. Without further ado, Sellouts. The Real Housewives of Hocking Wares, which is not a town in Upper Michigan, although it sounds like it could be. Let's go shopping, guys. So many of you have asked me. No, nobody's asked me. I'm just fucking around. I actually hate when influencers say that shit, okay? It's bullshit, okay? Nobody asked you about your fucking skincare routine, okay? Shut the fuck up. Anyway, I thought I would tell you guys how I came up with tonight's episode, and the inspiration for it came from watching an Instagram reel from our dear Bethany Frankel. So let's take a listen and then discuss.
How much was my contract for season 1 of The Real Housewives of New York City? The contract said $7,250, which I did not dispute. I was a nobody. That was a lot of money to me. All I had was time on my hands, no kids, no family, no problem. The only thing I did cross out was the thing that said Bravo would take a percentage of anything I made. Now, I was a nobody. I had nothing, and what would I care? But somewhere down deep inside of me, I understood conceptually that that was wrong and that I was going places and I was going to do something and no one was going to own any part of it. And then when the Hollywood Reporter article came out on me and the Forbes cover came out because I had sold the cocktail portion of my business for a lot of money, Bravo woke up. The entertainment industry woke up. Reality television woke up. And they created what is now referred to by the industry as the Bethany Clause, which means that anybody going on reality TV has to give a percentage to the powers that be. So the reason I tell you that story is because you are smarter than you think. I was a nobody. I was not a business person. I had no institutional knowledge or experience in any of this. I read a contract, something didn't feel right to me, and I took it out. And it changed my entire life, and it changed the entertainment industry and their practices. So never assume anyone is smarter than you.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Right. And originally it got me thinking about like Tom and Schwartz and Sandy because at the time I was like all wrapped up in the scandal. But then my mind started expanding and I started thinking about all the Housewives franchises, all the Housewives, and then all the shit that they've pumped out over the years. You know, like Gretchen Christine Butte or the Donkey Butte, Vicky's Vodka, Cut Fitness, all of Rena's like clothing lines or lip shit, the booze. What about the ladies who've put out hair extensions, beauty products, sex toys, booze, shoes? Did I say booze? And that is just to name a few. And I mean a few. There are, if my count is right, 63 Housewives books alone and 52 different beauty products. And my mind just, I don't know, it just reels at thinking about like what percentage goes to Bravo/Andy. And I also thought to myself that I bet that I don't even know a fraction of the shit that's out there, right? Like, until I started looking, I had no idea that there was V by Vicky Gundelson perfume. I mean, what? I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like it smells like old lady / like scented maxi pad. I don't know. So wrong. I'm sorry. So I put this poll out on Twitter and 23 whole people voted. Thank you all. And I'm also disappointed in the rest of you, but I will chastise you later. And only 4% had ever bought any Housewives merch. And I'm willing to bet like myself, that the Housewives merch that they had bought was something from Bethany's Skinny Girl line. This is my thought. That's the only thing I have ever bought, and I am not bitching about any of it because I personally love my Scorpio sister, Bethany, but that's besides the point. So 4% had bought something, and a whopping and not surprising 83% said that they had bought nothing, and 13% just wanted to know the results of the poll. You cheeky monkeys. Now, I'm not going to go through all of the franchises and all the Housewives because, as we know, I'm only interested in what I'm interested in, but we will hit a bunch. That's for sure. So let's put on our reading glasses and talk about books. I found this great article from 2019 from Refinery 29. You know what? Maybe great is too strong a word. Let's just say it has some pith. And I'll get back to it in just 1 second. But I did do this cursory search to see who had published the most books. And our Bethany Frankel leads the pack at 11. Currently there's 10, but there is a new one in the works. And I, for one, am super excited to not read it. Teresa Giudice, Judy J, new last name? I don't care, has 6. Eileen Davidson came in with a solid 4. And our favorite villain, Rinna, has 3. But let's get back to the article, as it's a great way. It's a good way. It's a pithy way. It's a way to encapsulate the whole literary genius that is Housewives. So, from Megan Wood, here is all 61 books by the Real Housewives from worst to best. Real Housewives fans know that the Housewives are more than just TV talent. Many of them are also authors. In fact, there are 61 books, cookbooks, memoirs, young adult novels, and children's books written by former and current Housewives cast members and executive producer Andy Cohen. Now, I counted 63, but this was a couple years ago, and I also did not count Andy's books because, let's face it, he's not a fucking housewife. Many of these titles have graced the New York Times bestseller list, while others, just a few, were self-published vanity projects. Regardless of the writing quality, there's something unexpected to learn about the author from every single book. More importantly, some of these books get to the bottom of important Bravo mysteries. Did Carol Roswell hire a ghostwriter? How much is a ticket to the Ramona coaster? And did Joe set Teresa up for prison time? Let's read on and find out. Coming in at the best of the worst is Love Italian Style, The Secrets of My Hot and Happy Marriage by Melissa Gorga. Melissa's likable, but her marriage is not one to admire or want. That will be cemented when you read her husband Joe's sidebar encouraging husbands to have sex with their wives, even when they say no. Joe, that's called rape. Let me tell you something. Life as a Royal Housewife, Tough Love Mother, and Street Smart Businesswoman by Carolyn Manzo. Reading that Carolyn is proud to have trained her daughter Lauren to make her brother's beds for them in the mornings is horrifying. Sorry, Carolyn, but boys can do chores too. Secrets of a Jewish Mother, Real Advice, Real Family, Real Love by Jill Zarin. Jill needs to revisit what the word secret means, because advice like apologize when you are wrong is pretty universal. Who else do we know that needs to learn what secret means? Could it be Meghan Markle? Maybe she could write The Secret of Not Knowing What Words Actually Mean and Other Words Salad. Fabulicious on the Grill, Teresa's Smoking Hot Backyard Recipes by Teresa Giudice. Teresa suggests you grill and eat in a bikini to keep yourself accountable. So think of this as a summer Italian cookbook with a dose of body shaming. The Dubrow Diet. Interval Eating to Lose Weight and Feel Ageless by Heather and Terry Dubrow. Co-written by Heather's husband, Terry Dubrow, MD, this book is essentially a copycat guide to interval fasting and a sales pitch for the couple's supplements, plus an attempt, I assume lame, by Heather to relate to working moms. I suck at relationships so you don't have to. 10 Rules for Not Screwing Up Your Happily Ever After by Bethany Frankel. If you've watched and read Bethany's marriage and divorce play out on Real Housewives of New York and in the tabloids, you will probably recognize much of this book. But Bethany didn't screw up her marriage by herself, and someone should have reminded her that before she wrote this book. More Than a Housewife by Vicki Gunvalson, self-published by Woohoo Productions. This is mainly a business book, ghostwritten by a business writer. The last several pages are devoted to educating readers on becoming life insurance agents for Kodo Insurance. The Bikini Book by Kelly Bensimon. Kelly does look great in a bikini, so I'm assuming that's why she was tapped to write That's Crossed Out caption, this 400-page coffee table book about the iconic swimwear. Sadly, the photos are more engaging than the writing. Superficial. More Adventures from the Andy Cohen Diaries by Andy Cohen. Read only if you want a very specific list of times Andy went to sleep with or without Ambien and his fluctuating weigh-in numbers. Blessed Life. My Surprising Journey of Joy, Tears, and Tales from Harlem to Hollywood by Kim Fields. Kim lost us when she wrote that she's not a hang out with girlfriends kind of person. Hanging out with girlfriends is the whole point of Housewives. So, what? Red Carpets and White Lies, a novel by Leah Black. The main takeaway from this memoir masquerading as a novel is that Leah has nothing nice to say about anyone but herself. My kind of girl. American Style by Kelly Bensimon. This book highlights 200 American style icons who contributed to fashion in the U.S. Let's just say the images are more compelling than the writing. Sounds familiar. Skinny Girl Cocktails, 100 Fun and Flirty Guilt-Free Recipes by Bethany Frankel. If you read, package these together with Bethany's other Skinny Girl books, Naturally Thin, Unleash Your Skinny Girl, and Free Yourself from a Lifetime of Dieting, the Skinny Girl Dish, Easy Recipes for Your Naturally Thin Life. Unfortunately, these books read more like promotional materials for Skinny Girl products than recipes you might actually use, unless you're a hardcore Skinny Girl stan. Skinny Girl Solutions, your straight-up guide to home, health, family, career, style, and sex by Bethany Frankel. Skinny Girl Solutions is the best primer for how to build your own Bethany-inspired empire, or at least how to get a handle on healthy eating, living, and relationships. I Can Make You Hot, the Supermodel Diet by Kelly Bensimon. Is Kelly considered a supermodel? You can read this book in 90 minutes because it's mostly made up of lazy recipes, a Kelly cocktail, anyone? And a list of websites that Kelly thinks that can help make you hot, including ESPN.com. Fabulicious! Fast and Fit. Teresa's Low-Fat, Super Easy Italian Recipes by Teresa Giudice. This is Teresa's version of Italian food made with 10 ingredients in under 30 minutes. Have you ever seen a salad dressing recipe that called for water before? Fabulicious! Get it. A Beauty, Style, and Wellness Guide to Getting Your It Together by Jacqueline Larita. Jacqueline co-wrote 160 illustrated pages that are full of tired and patronizing women's magazine with tropes on how you need to drink 64 ounces of water, buy a good bra, do bicep curls, and tweeze your brows. Kathy Wakili. Delicious little desserts that keep life real sweet. Kathy's miniature dessert ideas are adorable, but you will need an unlimited amount of time and ingredients, a collection of tiny pans and molds, and a particular love of eating several mini desserts instead of one reasonable piece of cake. Eileen Davidson, Death in Daytime, a soap opera mystery. Before Eileen Davidson joined the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills cast, she penned 4 murder mystery books starring a soap opera actress turned rookie detective. The first one put the soap opera industry on blast. But the next 3 books, Dial Emmy for Murder, Diva Las Vegas, Swinging in the Rain, were repetitive and dull. There was a sex club scene, and no one even got laid. I'm assuming because those are pre-Housewives that she doesn't owe Andy any money. Write your own fairy tale. The New Rules for Dating, Relationships, and Finding Love on Your Terms by Ziggy Flickler. Ziggy waited tables at TGI Fridays in college, and we bet she was amazing at it. Her book is written to instruct women on how to achieve a heteronormative marriage. See, this is what I mean by not great. Cookie Meets Peanut by, and it says bye-bye, Bethany Frankel. The only children's book by a housewife. This is the basically true-to-life tale about how an illustrated Bethany brings her blonde baby, nicknamed Peanut, home to meet her dog Cookie. New Yorkers will appreciate the appearance of a retail store called Bark Jacobs. The Widow's Guide to Sex and Dating, a novel by Carol Razuel. Watching Carol labor over writing and editing her first novel in season 5 was excellent TV. Unfortunately, the book sort of dragged on and fell flat. The obvious highlight was when the protagonist has a fling with a Hollywood star. Could it be based on Razuel's rumored romance with George Clooney? Who cares? The Rumor by Deshawn Snow. This book series follows the minor dramas of a 5th grader named Shawnee. The second book about friendship trumping material goods is the best of the 3, Keeping Up with the Joneses, taking center stage, and how to really shine from within, and it maybe throws a little shade at Atlanta Housewives. I like it. Class with the Countess, How to Live with Elegance and Flair by Luann de Lesseps. Reading this is like going back in time to a carefree time when the Countess insisted drivers refer to her as Mrs. de Lesseps. Her children had not yet sued her, and she had not threatened to kill a police officer while under arrest, which is why it's so interesting. This is classic Luann at her Countess best, right before she reinvented herself with the phrase, "Don't be all uncool." The Big Fun Sexy Sex book by Lisa Rinna. This is the book that taught Lisa's daughter Delilah Bell how to give head, as she shockingly admitted in Tokyo in season 8. Lisa loses points for providing step-by-step instructions for pleasuring a man, but not to a woman. Still, it's loaded with Lisa's own it attitude and offers a fun take on sex. Believe Me, My Battle with the Invisible Disability of Lyme Disease by Yolanda Hadid. Believe Me is filled with detailed hospital stays, plus the frustration of not finding any relief from Lyme disease. Yolanda claims to have pooped out 16-inch parasites. After reading this, it's clear that her second husband, David Foster, is the biggest parasite she unloaded. Also, I still believe she has Munchausen's, but whatever. Skinny Italian. Eat it and enjoy it. Live la bella vita and look great too, by Teresa Giudice. This is the scandalous book where Teresa casually mentions that puttanesca was supposedly invented to feed sex workers in Italy, and then goes on to name her puttanesca recipe after Danielle Staub. The chapter on pizza making is excellent. Fabulicious. Teresa's Italian Family Cookbook by Teresa Giudice, shockingly. This is Teresa's famous first cookbook in which she made fun of all her castmates. As for the food, 3 of her recipes, and they turned out pretty well. Her broccoli rabe technique is surprisingly spicy. Is it just me or some of this disjointed a little bit? Whatever. I didn't edit this. Dr. and Mrs. Guinea Pig present the only guide you'll ever need to the best anti-aging treatments by Heather and Terry Dubrow. Why are women supposed to spend so much time and money to combat the aging process? At the end, Terry Dubrow, MD, does an interesting breakdown on plastic surgery procedures and says vaginal steaming is a no. Let's trust him on this one. Life is Not a Reality Show, Keeping It Real with the Housewife Who Does It All by Kyle Richards. Kyle Richards' whole thing is she wants everyone to like her. She is very likable. Oh, and she also emphasizes that she did not steal Kim's goddamn house. The Real Girl Next Door by Denise Richards, and I appreciate just the fact that this is a short fucking title. This came out just after the scandal with Denise's ex-husband Charlie Sheen and his hired goddesses. Interestingly, Denise says if she ever gets married again, divorce will not be an option. So we're looking forward to seeing her second wedding on the upcoming season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and we all remember just how long it took us to see it because she was so fucking late to her own wedding. A Place of Yes. 10 Rules for Getting Everything You Want Out of Life by Bethany Frankel. There are a lot of relatable dating and career mistakes Bethany has made along the way, and Bethany's best advice is to think positively for a happy life. Carry On Baggage, Our Non-Stop Flight by Peter Thomas and Cynthia Bailey, which I had no idea that there was even this book, but whatever. Cynthia's co-author and ex-husband Peter Thomas comes off as a real operator, and it's obvious he loves Cynthia's fame and supermodel beauty, but cannot be bothered with her human qualities. Still worth a read for all things Miss Bailey. Skinny Dipping, a novel by Bethany Frankel. Anyone who knows even a few facts about Bethany will immediately realize this is her life story in the form of a well-paced and funny novel. The Andy Cohen Diaries, a deep look at a shallow year by Andy Cohen. Full of dishy celebrity details about Lady Gaga, Madonna, Sarah Jessica Parker, and some excellent gossip about housewife tagline drama, Andy gives all the housewives his personal phone number, which shows he loves them as much as we do. Renovation, Getting Your Best Life Ever by Lisa Rinna. The real surprise is that Lisa's husband, Harry Hamlin, would not have sex with her for 3 months after she got a bad haircut. Lisa owns it. But does Harry own his secret lifestyle? Girl. Hiding from Reality, My Story of Love, Loss, and Finding the Courage Within by Taylor Armstrong. Taylor published this memoir about her abusive marriage and her husband committing suicide, which played out on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's an important lesson on how society props up powerful and abusive men at the expense of women. Most Talkative, Stories from the Front Lines of Pulp Culture by Andy Cohen. This is a breezy primer on all things Cohen, how he came out, his journey from CBS News to Bravo, and behind-the-scenes peeks at how the housewives operate. It's hard to believe that Andy originally was against the wildly popular Beverly Hills franchise. Without Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we wouldn't have the Vanderpump Rules spinoff. Drinking and Dating. P.S. Social Media is Ruining Romance by Brandi Glanville. Whether you're Team Brandi or not, you have to appreciate her tell-it-like-it-is attitude toward and laugh-out-loud recountings of bad dates and bad decisions. Drinking and Tweeting and Other Brandi Blunders by Brandi Glanville. Brandi's real-life recounting of taking back her life after her husband left her with 2 young kids for a country singer is fascinating. This is also the book to read for all the dirt on Vanderpump Rules star Sheena Shea, who also did the deed with Brandi's husband. Who didn't? Turning the Tables, From Housewife to Inmate and Back Again by Teresa Giudice. This upbeat look at going to prison is a bit odd, but also basically everything you could want to know about Teresa's 11 months behind bars after being convicted of fraud. Secrets of the Southern Belle, How to Be Nice, Work Hard, Look Pretty, Have Fun, and Never Have an Off Moment by Phaedra Parks. Phaedra is charming and funny, even she's talking about how long it takes to exfoliate her elbows and suggesting special touches for funerals. Even if you're Team Candy, you can learn a lot about being a Southern belle. Little Kids, Big City, Tales from a Real Housewife in New York, parentheses, with lessons on life and love for your own concrete jungle in parentheses, by Simon Van Kempen and Alex McCord. Deep breath. When Alex gave birth, Simon ejaculated as she pushed the baby out of her birthing canal. Blink, 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 blink. That's only one example of why this couple is so hard to relate to, but also so highly entertaining. Wow. And by the way, how fucking long was that title? I mean, Jesus Christ. Wives, Fiancés, and Side Chicks of Hotlanta by Sheree Whitfield. Sheree freely admits that her characters in this novel are based on her ex-husband and several cast members. What is most surprising are the group sex scenes. Were those inspired by real-life events or imagined? Pretty Mess by Erica Jane. Erica's journey from dancing at strip clubs in New Jersey to touring the world as a dance pop superstar is artfully told thanks to the steady hand of her ghostwriter, Housewives super recapper Brian Moylan. The Naked Truth, the real story behind the Real Housewife of New Jersey, in her own words, by Danielle Staub. Danielle manages to casually mention that Prince is a good kisser, and in the acknowledgments thanks her energist, priest, hair colorist, and Andy Cohen. Bless. Starlet, a novel by Lisa Rinna. Starlet is very likely a memoir masquerading as fiction, but it's hard to tell if Lisa is the young starlet from Oregon with the heart of gold and perfect butt, or the man-hungry, faded soap star who blackmails and lies her way to the top. Either way, this book is funny, fast-paced, and enjoyable. Leggy Blonde, a memoir by Aviva Drescher. Aviva infamously compared writing her book to writing one long email, but it's actually a good read. She spills on everything. Her marriage to womanizer Harry Dubin, that she had an abortion, and her surgeries to remove her leg, and living with a prosthetic. What Remains? A memoir of fate, friendship, and love by Carol Razuel. Aviva Drescher infamously suggested Carol's memoir on grief and the Kennedys was ghostwritten. We're not sure if that's true, but she likely had a lot of professional guidance from the publisher and a strong editor, two things that most memoirists would trade their Soho loft apartment to get. Life on the Ramona Coaster by Ramona Singer. Ramona honestly details living in an abusive childhood home and ends with an emotional letter that her daughter Avery wrote to her husband Mario about his extramarital affair. In season 7, Bethany tells Ramona that no one will ever read her book in 10 years. We think Bethany is wrong. Simply Divine, a guide to easy, elegant, and affordable entertaining by Lisa Vanderpump. If you have been to Lisa's restaurants, you know they are beautiful. Her book takes all the decor and staging magic she's learned in the restaurant industry and pairs it with recipes and tips that real people can use to entertain. Standing Strong by Teresa. Really? I'm leaving this. I could edit it, but I'm fucking leaving it. I love you guys. Listen to that. Teresa Giudice. With her husband Joe away in prison, Teresa's flipping metaphorical tables. Read this and tell me she's not going to divorce Joe. Well, we know. The second to best book is Never Make the Same Mistake Twice. Lessons on Love and Life Learned the Hard Way by Nene Leakes. Nene opens with a gossipy tale about the time Vicky iced her out of a seat at a sushi restaurant. But among the juicy gossip, this is also a heartfelt book about working in a strip club, being a teenage mom, and all the hard work that goes into filming Housewives. And coming in at number 1, The Real Housewives Get Personal by the creators of The Real Housewives and Andy Cohen. This behind-the-scenes companion book is a tell-all from the first 4 franchises. It's loaded with candid cast interviews talking smack about other casts and inspired but shady photos of housewives before and after plastic surgery. It's vintage Housewives at its best and required reading for all Real Housewives superfans. And I can tell you that I have not read a one of those books. Boop! Roll up, step right up, and don't be shy, because you will not believe your eyes. It's right here, behind the glass, and you're gonna like it, 'cause it's got class. Yes, we are talking beauty, because don't we all want that fresh-faced look? You know, that look like it's been applied with a trowel? I know I do. Now, one of the great things about the internet is that usually you can find someone else who has done all the heavy lifting for you. And this is no exception, as I lucked out with an article from Audrey Noble in Bustle titled A Definitive Guide to All 52 Real Housewives Beauty Brands. Now, I will say, while I did skim over this article twice, I didn't really go into it because I like reading it with you guys. I don't think that the Parfum V by Vicky Gunvalson is included in this list, but I am sure that this parfum is in every house where the person has felt like Jesus being nailed to the cross.
I'm being nailed to the cross like Jesus was, and he did nothing wrong. He's Jesus Christ, and he did nothing wrong. He was nailed to the cross. That's how I feel.
That is how we all feel, Vicky. You are so relatable. So, whatever your opinions are about the Real Housewives, there is no denying that the juggernaut Bravo franchise has an incredible influence on the zeitgeist. My God. 15 years, 11 American cities, countless international spin-offs, Sydney, Naples, and the upcoming Nairobi, to name just a few, the Real Housewives changed reality TV forever. But beyond the drink-throwing, table-flipping, and unforgettable drama, a lot of these women are entrepreneurs who don't rely on their partners for their money. Just like the endless A-list celebrity beauty brands that keep coming out, it's no surprise the Housewives have also churned out their own brands in such a lucrative industry. Makeup, hair, nails, skincare, and fragrance, there is seriously a brand for every need. How much should we be taking beauty advice from women with endless access to Botox and filler is for another story. But the Housewives hold influence in the beauty industry whether we want to admit it or not. After hours of research, and thank God for her, this is your definitive guide to every Real Housewife-founded beauty brand. Scroll through both existing and defunct, and the Housewives that have started or collaborated with. Fans and secret haters, you can thank me later. This is from Potomac. La Dame Fragrance by Karen Huger, La Dame de Parfum. This is still available, by the way. The Grande Dame of Potomac got the last laugh here. After spending an entire season being questioned if her perfume would ever be sold anywhere, Karen has her La Dame fragrance line sold at major retailers like Bloomingdale's. It's made of notes like citrus, vanilla, and sandalwood for a sweet scent that fans seem to love. If you love this scent, she has also come out with a candle line. Catalina Brazilian Kinky Curly. This is from Candice Dillard, and it is still available. Before the hair pull scene all around the Bravo universe, where Candice was involved with anything hair-related, it was for her wig and extensions collection. Prima Hair features products made of 100% virgin hair in various natural colors and textures. These sites boast high-quality hair that are chemical and tangle-free. Royalty Luxury Candle from Oigny Home Essentials. This is from housewife Wendy Osifo. Who is she? I don't know, but the candle is still available. No one quite like Zen Win to create scents that make your home welcoming and calm. Wendy's line of home essentials consists of candles like this royalty scent made of bergamot, rose, and sandalwood, essential oils, diffusers, and home sprays. Superwoman Lifestyle Cosmetics times Robin Dixon from Housewife Robin Dixon, still available. This one is more of a collaboration, but definitely still counts. Robin partnered up with makeup brand Superwoman Lifestyle to curate a collection of lipsticks and glosses in fun shades, like plum purple and deep red, and glossy and matte finishes. Every Hue Beauty from Giselle Bryant, not available. Fans got to watch Giselle launch a makeup line, which included tinted moisturizers, concealers, and face palettes for women of every skin tone. But during the Season 5 reunion, Bryant admitted that her manufacturer shut down and she is not selling any products at the moment. A Million London. Mia Thornton is the housewife, and this is currently still available. Mia's skincare and makeup line offers beauty lover essentials to keep the skin healthy and give your lips some glossy color. All products are also paraben and cruelty-free. There was also talk about adding candles to the collection, which naturally caused some drama with some of the other ladies. What does that mean? I don't know, because I don't watch that franchise. The brand Body by Kate Rost from housewife Kate Rost. Availability no longer available. In an interview with the Washingtonian, Potomac OG Katie Rost talked about launching Body by Katie Rost, a line of all-natural scrubs, creams, and bath salts. But since then, the site no longer exists, and it doesn't seem like the products are available anywhere. This is Go Naked Hair from Portia Williams, still available. Portia and her sister Lauren launched Go Naked Hair in 2013 to help women feel confident through their hair. We love our hair, and as in-house consumers of our own product, we have learned how to properly care for and style it. It's time that we share that knowledge to give our customers the best experience possible, writes Portia on the site. Shop virgin hair wigs in different colors, lengths, and textures, and mink lashes to feel extra glam. Kenya Moore Hair Care from housewife Kenya Moore, still available. Whether you love her or hate her or love to hate her, one thing is certain, Kenya has amazing hair. Her hair care line is aimed at helping you get strong, healthy, and shiny locks like hers. The collection features an entire hair care system with shampoo, conditioner, hair growth serum, hair mask, edge control, and vitamins. Brand Formula X's Color Curators collection with housewife Sonia Richards Ross, no longer available. In 2016, Olympian and world champion Sonia Richards Ross collaborated with nail brand Formula X, it's nail color, for its Color Curators collection of 3 limited edition shades, gold, cobalt, and purple for fun and bold manicures. What a shame. What revolutionary colors. See Eva Deed. I don't know how to pronounce it, so I'm not even going to try. From Eva Marcel Sterling, still available. Former America's Next Top Model winner turned Atlanta housewife, Eva, is all about using clean beauty products. We are a company dedicated to natural health and beauty with an all-natural CBD-based products that are guaranteed pure. You can find daily moisturizers and oils that are infused with CBD extract to feel extra calm. Okay. Something that all the housewives could definitely use at the next dinner party or group trip. Agreed. Our next entry is from, it says Claudia Johnson Collection, African Prince, but then it goes down to say Selfie Cosmetics times Claudia Jordan, with the housewife being Claudia Jordan, so I assume they mean Claudia Jordan, and I have no idea why I am not a proofreader. Whatever, even though I am a certified copywriter. Self-promotion. Anyway, this collection is still available, lucky for us. A brand that celebrates the art of the selfie has Real Housewives written all over it. in one of its many celeb collabs. This one is Atlanta housewife Claudia Jordan, featuring 3 lipsticks in rich, dark shades for a fab lip look, perfect for any TikTok or gram pic. Throwing Shades eyeshadow by Candy Coated from Candy Burris, still available. Grammy winner, songwriter, and beauty entrepreneur Candy can do it all. The Candy Coated line boasts makeup and skincare, and if a product could represent this franchise well, it's definitely this Throwing Shades palette on the name alone. Firming lotion from the Cashmere collection, Kim Zolciak, still available. Both a beauty and lifestyle brand, Cashmere Collection KK offers customers an extensive line of products for skin, hair, and wellness. You can find skincare essentials like cleansers, serums, and face masks to comfy, fluffy robes for a spa-like experience at home. This sounds a little bit like Give 'em Wawa, but I didn't say that. This is TBD from housewife Cynthia Bailey. Availability coming soon. And TBD is not the name, it's just TBD. If you've been waiting on Cynthia Bailey to drop her skincare regime, you're in luck. Bailey hinted in 2020 that she has something in the beauty space, so stay tuned. Don't hold your breath, it's been 3 years. The brand is HER, Hot Elegant Rebel Hairline from Marlo Hampton, still available. In partnership with Karen Mitchell of True Indian Hair, Marlo Hampton offers women 7 wig styles to, quote, give women the chance to instantly change the way they feel, end quote. You'll find different textures, cuts, and colors, and I, for one, am happy to see Miss Marlo trying to make money in a way other than fucking old rich men. So bravo to you, Marlo. Brand The Healthy Peach from Phaedra Parks. Availability unknown. DMZ reported in 2018 that Phaedra Parks was set to launch a feminine care line to take care of your healthy peach. But as far as anyone can tell, it has yet to launch. So this is TBD until further notice. Let's hope none of our products contain sugar. Chameleon from housewife Lisa Wu, no longer available. One of the OG Atlanta housewives, Lisa Wu, partnered with Lip Addicts in 2012 to launch a signature lipstick line called Chameleon by Lisa Wu. I'm proud to be launching my signature lipstick line, Chameleon, by Lisa Wu with Lip Addict, reads a statement by Wu in Sission PR Newswire, whatever that is. I chose Chameleon to symbolize the innate capability women have to gracefully transition from one role in their lives to another. With Chameleon by Lisa Wu, they'll be able to wear my lipstick colors to reflect those various roles. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. The brand is By Brittle from housewife Portia Williams, no longer available. Portia is very clever for this one. As a play to her iconic diss to fellow housewife Kenya Moore, By Ashy is forever imprinted in fans' brains. This was reported by Racked, R.I.P., to be a nail hardener. Sadly, it's no longer available. The brand is Beauty Lab Plus Laser from housewife Heather Gray. Who is that? I don't know. But it's still available in case you want to get it. Your favorite Good Mormon Gone Bad, that explains it, owns her very own spa. Heather Gray and Andrea Robinson created Beauty Lab Plus Laser, a medical practice that offers services like chemical peels, eyelash extensions, and Botox. The brand is Fresh Wolf from housewife Lisa Barlow, still available. The self-proclaimed Queen of Sundance has passed her entrepreneurial skills to her kids. Lisa Barlow's two sons, Jack and Henry, set up their own hair care line, Fresh Wolf. According to MEA Worldwide, the brand has partnered with Utah Foster Care, and for every product that is sold, a product is given to a foster child. Who wants a parent when you can have shampoo? Am I right? Yeah. Shaw Beauty, Shaw Lashes, from housewife Jen Shaw. Not surprisingly, this is no longer available. She recently pleaded guilty after being charged with defrauding hundreds of people in a telemarketing scheme. But before that, she launched a natural skincare line. Wild Rose Beauty, from housewife Whitney Rose, still available. Season 2 revealed a lot from the Housewives of Salt Lake City, and I know none of it. For Whitney particularly, fans learned that she's rebranding her skincare brand Iris Plus Bow to Whitney Rose Beauty. Well, isn't that fucking fascinating? Skinny Girl Face, from housewife Bethany Frankel, no longer available. Before Frankel became TikTok's favorite beauty influencer, she had her own beauty line. People know and love Skinny Girl margaritas, and the brand extended into the world of beauty. In 2012, Skinny Girl launched a line of skin, makeup, and body products. Jill Plus Alley Crystal Collection from Jill Zarin, still available. So I'd recommend you go on the website and order it. Jill Zarin also has a line of rugs, in case you didn't know, but she does. Jill Zarin has rugs. You know, go to Zarin Fabrics, ask for Jill. Jill Zarin and her daughter Allie recently launched crystal candles to help others manifest their dream lives. She's going to light her abundance candle. Each candle, which is made with 100% soy wax and a double wick, has up to 50 hours of burn time. Each one also has 2 crystals and an affirmation written by Brooks Ayers. Just kidding. You can say to help bring in the good vibes. Oh, this one is a tragedy, and I may cry while reading it. Ageless by Ramona, from housewife Ramona Singer, is no longer available. Ramona may be a polarizing housewife, but one thing is certain. She has amazing skin. Not because of anything she does besides go meet that one woman. Her skin renewal serum included ingredients like hyaluronic acid to keep skin looking plump and hydrated, and a peptide complex that stimulates collagen production to keep the skin's elasticity strong. And if it was so fucking good, it would still be in business. The brand is V-Spot by Cindy Barshop, still available. V-Spot is all about keeping everyone's sexual health in its best state. You can find skincare products to take care of the area around your intimate parts, like this razor bump minimizer, or products that claim to better your orgasms. Yes, there is allegedly a serum for that. The brand, Pop of Color, from housewife Kristen Takeman. Availability unclear. I'm going to say no because she hasn't posted on her Instagram page since, I believe, 2017. Ignorant hashtag and Instagram handle aside, POC, Takeman owns a line of bright nail polishes and matte lipsticks. According to its Insta, you can find these products at Ricky's online and in store. Is Ricky still open? I don't know. Winky Lux collab from Tinsley Mortimer, still available. Tinsley's collab with Winky Lux are these luscious and voluminous lashes. Reviews are mostly positive, with some saying that they are the best lash strips they've tried thus far. Love Scene by housewife Jenna Lyons. What's that? I don't know. It's still available, though, thank God. One of the newest housewives in the New York franchise reboot. Ah, there we go. That's why. Jenna Lyons is most known for being a fashion expert. She was previously the president and executive creative director of J. Crew. She made her foray into beauty with a collection of sustainable lashes in all different sizes and shapes that fit just about every eye. Caface Beauty Bar from Carolyn Manzo and Lauren Manzo. Is it still available? No. Carolyn Manzo's daughter Lauren opened up her very own beauty bar in New Jersey, offering client services like spray tans and makeup application. The last customer review was in 2015 on Yelp, and it's listed as closed. Melania Hair Care from Teresa. It's no longer available. What a shame. According to its Instagram account, though, Melania Hair Care was created with 8 essential ingredients and meant to protect, nourish, and repair hair that has been damaged by hot hair tools. Its last post was in 2013 and can't be found anywhere online. Glow by Dina Cantine. Who's that? I don't know. Am I pronouncing her last name right? I don't know. Its availability is on hiatus. Glow by Dina is affordable and conscientious skin care that is dermatologist formulated and tested. According to its Instagram account, the brand is currently on hiatus with its last post dating back to 2017. I'm going to say it's a permanent one. The brand is Get It from Jacqueline Larita, and it's still available. Fun fact, Jacqueline is a licensed cosmetologist with over 20 years of experience in the industry. This book, which she penned with her friend, gives women advice on beauty, fashion, and self-care. So it's just a fucking book. Okay, we got it. I don't even need to read more. Rinna Beauty from Housewife Lisa Rinna, still available. Though her mouth has gotten her into so much drama, Rinna continues to make lip products. Her lipsticks and lip liners come in neutral shades like nudes, pinks, and reds. Literally, the one in this article looks exactly like concealer. So I'm assuming that looks really good on your lips, if it's 2006. CB Me by Denise Richards. No longer available, sadly. Denise Richards really does it all. The actor and former housewife skincare line was created with natural hemp oil and peptides to get your skin clear and super smooth, but is no longer on sale. Pure Botanical by Kathy Hilton from housewife Kathy Hilton. No longer available. Though she is credited as friend of, Kathy Hilton deserves main cast credit. At one point, she did have a line of skincare products called Pure Botanical, but it doesn't seem to be found anywhere. Should she ever decide to venture out to beauty again, she'll definitely have fans waiting for the line to drop. For now, everyone can enjoy her tequila line. Clip-in hair extensions from Erica Jane, Pretty Mess Hair, still available. While still tied up in legal drama from her ex-husband being accused of stealing money from plane crash victims, Erica Jane released a collection of hair extensions in late 2021. It's lacking in hair texture variety, but you can find sewn-in and tape-in options with classic shades from brunette to blonde, and some bold colors such as purple and pink. The brand is Glass House Salon and Spa from Caroline Brooks. Brooks was one of the first female real estate directors in Dubai. For the past couple of years, she's been running Glass House Salon and Spa, an inclusive luxury salon that caters to all skin types and color and hair textures. Good on her. What's Dubai? I don't know. I mean, I know what Dubai is. What are the housewives of Dubai? I don't know. Ayan by Tony Malt and Ayan Skin by Chanel Ayan. I don't know. I apologize for completely mispronouncing her name. So sorry. Availability coming soon. Oh, the dreaded coming soon. She has been serving the best looks all season long, and now fans can get a little taste of that magic. In partnership with celebrity makeup artist Tony Malt, Ayan will be coming out with a makeup and skincare line. More details to come, I'm sure. The brand is Tiffany Moon Aromathesia candles from housewife Tiffany Moon, still available. Tiffany Moon, the anesthesiologist and candle maker, made history as Dallas's first Asian housewife and was a quick fan favorite. She also had no qualms calling out her cast members for their racist remarks, despite being a newbie, and took all the racism she faced on and off the show with dignity and class. Her candles are filled with lovely scents like bergamot and grapefruit, and a portion of the proceeds will go to the nonprofit organization The Family Place. Hard Night, Good Morning from Deandra Simmons, still available. This extensive skincare collection contains regimen essentials like cleansers and moisturizers, as well as decadent masks to get your skin looking bright and smooth, lovelies. Ingredients include plant extracts, herbs, minerals, and vitamins to give customers efficacious products with the very best ingredients. How tut. Consult Beauté from Heather Dubrow, still available. Founded with her husband, plastic surgeon Dr. Terry Dubrow, Heather Dubrow's skincare line, Consult Beauté, is filled with products and supplements for skin, hair, and nails. And what do we want to bet? That one of the main ingredients would be biotin. Just take a vitamin, people. Brandy's Vina from Tamara Judge, still available. Tamara Judge's CBD infused product. I am so sorry, but anything infused with CBD just fucking makes me laugh, whatever. Which she started with her gay husband, Eddie Judge, includes skincare, gummies, and even products for pets, because our favorite furry friends get anxious too. Vina, according to its site, aims to make CBD accessible to everyone. Vina strives to earn our customers' trust and loyalty by offering CBD products that promote and support a realistic, balanced lifestyle. It reads on its site, "We want our customers to make informed decisions that lead to an immediate positive impact on their lives." Gretchen Christine Beauté from Gretchen Rossi, unfortunately no longer available. Gretchen Rossi's makeup line has some drama attached to it because, of course, Rossi's former business partner, makeup artist Ron Ann Myers, sued Rossi and her fiancé Slade Smiley for fraud and asked for more than $100,000 in damages. It seems that everything has been settled, and in 2017, Rossi claimed that her company had been acquired, although it doesn't seem to be selling anywhere. Now, according to an article from February of this year, Gretchen says that Gretchen Christine Beauté has been acquired by Das Malchi, and she's the creative director. Unfortunately, her purses, the Gretchen Christine collection, looks like they went right in the shitter. But let's talk about clothes later, shall we, darlings? On to UV Beauty by housewife Kelly Dodd. Availability on hold. Of the many problematic housewives, and there are many, and who decides what's problematic, but that's besides the point, Kelly Dodd definitely ranks high. According to USA Today, Dodd has been dropped from partnerships after spreading misinformation, I think it's about COVID, misinformation, winkety wink, and mocking the Black Lives Matter movement. When she posted to Insta about becoming the new face of UV Beauty, housewife fans were quick to criticize the brand and threaten to boycott. The partnership has since gone radio silent. Oh, God. Lava Lashes collab by Gina, and I can't even pronounce her last name, so I'm not even going to try and mangle that son of a bitch. Availability no longer available, and I wish Gina was no longer available to be on the OC because, frankly, I find her très boring. According to OK Magazine, Gina had teamed up with Lava Lashes to create her own sets. There were reportedly 3 sets, 1 for an evening out and 2 for just everyday use. She also wore them on appearances on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen. The collab happened in 2019 and doesn't seem to still be available. Alkali Beauty collab with Peggy. No longer available. In a collaboration with Alkali Beauty, Peggy created her own teeth spray to give hair textured waves in volume in 2018. It seems to have just been a one-time thing and is no longer available. Leah Black Beauty by housewife Leah Black. Leah Black's beauty line infuses CBD into a lot of its products to help calm irritation and reduce redness. Sure. Okay. Sellouts from Joanna Krupa, no longer available. In 2014, she partnered with skincare brand Sellouts. According to a press release, the brand launched with a day and night cream that included stem cell technology to smooth out fine lines and give skin a more radiant complexion. In line with her cruelty-free, the model is a strong PETA advocate way of life. This product was 100% natural. Karen Sierra Dentistry and Spa from Karen Sierra, still available. In Karen Sierra Med Spa, you can find dental services like veneers and teeth cleaning, body services like deep tissue massages, and face treatments like Botox and chemical peels. Russie Blanche from Julia Lemigova. I don't know what series that's from, guys. I'm so sorry. I told you. I don't like all of them. The former beauty queen and model launched skincare line Russie Blanche back in 2009, and that's seriously all that's written about it. So one thing I can say that I've learned from reading all of this is that basically all of these products are the same. You know, if there's candles, they smell like bergamot, etc. If it's a perfume, it's got bergamot and sandalwood and maybe crisp citrus notes. All the beauty products seem to be pretty much the same. And then we have your hair extensions and you have lashes. And I don't use hair extensions and I don't wear fake lashes. And my beauty and skincare routine is fairly simplified. But I believe that part of the problem with this is just a complete oversaturation of the market between actual beauty brands, celebrity ones, the housewives, etc., etc. I mean, it's just nauseating, the amount of shit that's out there. So it's no surprise to me that a lot of these are no longer available. So listen, since we've read a book and we've done our face, let's take a quick break and then let's get dressed with some amazing housewife clothes.
I think the point of fashion is not to get bored with looking at somebody. I think the point of clothes for women should be one, that you're noticed, two, that you look sexy, and three, that you feel good. I can't see that we wear them to keep warm. I just feel that as long as women are alive and enjoying being alive, whatever age they are, they should take, use, eat, wear the clothes of their time. You know? And that fashion is for now, not for necessarily teenagers, not for necessarily being 20 and 30 and old and dead in. Fashion is for now, and if you're still enjoying living, and you're still enjoying being a woman, and being sexy and being alive, then one wants, surely, to wear the clothes of today. There's nothing to do with age or anything else, it seems to me.
What a delightful introduction to fashion from Mary Quant. And as we all know, I have exquisite taste in cloths. As a matter of fact, right now I am wearing a Ozzy Osbourne t-shirt with a pair of black leggings, far too many gold chains for someone who never leaves the house, and the ubiquitous door knocker earrings that all the classy ladies wear. So let's get into the fashion lines of Real Housewives. If it is an alcohol, it's definitely going to be clothes because we all know toaster ovens won't make the cut. It seems Real Housewives aren't content with making bags of money while maintaining the mental intelligence of mean girls in high school. Nope, they want a brand. So many things can fall under the brand umbrella, but the most popular one for Bravo celebrities appears to be a fashion line. While we all know Real Housewives of Atlanta star Sheree Whitfield's She by Sheree is the level of perfection to achieve, here are some of the other housewives who wanted to break into the wide world of clothing. And we'll get back to She by Sheree later. So we have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills OG Kyle Richards is no stranger to the side business. Viewers have watched Kyle get involved in a variety of various initiatives, from creating a now-canceled television show based on her childhood to starting and managing her now-defunct Kyle by Aileen 2 apparel boutiques. It's safe to say no eyebrows were raised when Kyle debuted a fashion line in season 10 called Kyle times Shaida. Kyle has a history of attending events dressed head to toe in designer names. She has also displayed her combined business expertise and flair for fashion when she founded the aforementioned Aileen 2 businesses. Her yearly excursions to New York City for Fashion Week, which she has been doing since Real Housewives of Beverly Hills began, further demonstrates her passion of fashion. If you like a fancy moo-moo, this is the way to go. What would Real Housewives of New York be without Lady Sonia Morgan and her ability to make something from nothing? Well, we're about to find out, but in the interim, let's revisit Sonia's venture into the fashion world. In 2014, Sonia launched her collection, Sonia by Sonia Morgan. But because this is Sonia, it was wrought with issues from the jump. Regular watchers of Real Housewives of New York will recall her unsuccessful attempts to launch a toaster oven brand, her own a Nigerian football team, and produce movies. It is also difficult to overlook the failure of Tipsy Girl. We're going to talk about that later. A planned Prosecco and sparkling rosé brand, which led to a moment on Real Housewives with Bethany Frankel that still gives me PTSD. Sonia was a model back in the 1980s and earned a marketing degree from the Fashion Institute of Technology in 1985. Sonia Morgan, New York, is a line that she unveiled in 2015 and featured in Real Housewives of New York Season 7. She presented her clothing line at New York Fashion Week in September 2019 after signing a deal with Century 21. Unfortunately, the designer discount chain declared bankruptcy soon after, closing its doors in the midst of the COVID-19 outbreak. But don't cry for Sonia, because now you can find Sonia by Sonia Morgan over at Walmart, and I just love that because remember when she said it was going to be like affordable luxury, and Heather asked her if she was going to sell it at Walmart, and she was like fucking disgusted. Oh, God, that's delicious. Kyle has some competition when it comes to fashion design by way of one Dorit Kemsley. Yes, we know Dorit was killing the game in the swimsuit area, and we know of her love for lemons thanks to her flair in designing restaurant decor. But Dorit also wants you to get married in one of her frocks. The first 6 bridal outfits from Dorit's collaboration with Australian bridal designer Nectaria, which included designing wedding gowns and evening wear, are now officially accessible to brides. Dorit first announced her ideas for these opulent ensembles back in November 2020, and in 2022, those ideas came to fruition. Designing over Zoom calls in the midst of the pandemic, Dorit added her show-stopping, high-voltage glam to the mix. Brides-to-be can get the scoop on the website, where you must fill out an information sheet prior to viewing the dresses. Oh, how toity! If you don't need a wedding gown, perhaps you would like to purchase a bathing suit at 75% off. Ooh. In the midst of a significant cash shuffle, ahead of season 17, Tamra Judge and Alexis Bellino were reportedly returning to the Real Housewives of Orange County. Therefore, it is completely appropriate to reflect on the good old days of Alexis's 2 clothing lines, Alexis Couture and Alexis Casual. We hardly knew ya. Alexis once defined couture as a term on design, a dress. It fits, I guess. Super rich. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not at all correct and perhaps a sign of what was to come for the future of Alexis's career in fashion. But look, it was fun while it lasted, and thank goodness the 2011 launch coincided with Alexis's second season on Real Housewives of Orange County. With zero fashion design experience, Alexis's efforts were a fucking hoot to watch and a nice break from the typical Housewives drama. Even though Alexis Couture was not at all successful, it was less excruciating to watch her than the Fox 5 hosting roles she had. The Real Housewives of New Jersey cast knows a thing or two about fashion entrepreneurship. While they were famous on Bravo, many of them started their own clothing lines. Kim DePaulo introduced her company Portia by Kim D before she left. In 2015, Melissa Gorga opened her own boutique called Envy after joining the cast in season 3. Margaret Josephs also sells a line of jewelry and clothes. Now we have Teresa Judas. What the fuck is the deal where I can't say that? Joining the crew with a line of athletic wear. Tree debuted the Love Collection, also known as the Love, Love, Love Collection, with Electric Yoga in February 2021. The collection features numerous coordinated bra and yoga pant pairs in a variety of hues and patterns. And if you don't want to wear it voluntarily, Teresa will be more than happy to try and fat shame you into her brand. You might recall Teresa picking up a love, love, love of yoga during her time in jail. So I guess you could say her pieces are inspired by wire fraud, finding your zen in the midst of a federal prison sentence. Fans of the very popular trend on wearing athleisure and giving the impression that you only exist to work out can continually purchase Teresa's items. Now, they did leave a few off, and I think it would behoove us to discuss some more. So, Wild Rose has beanies. Meredith Marks has a clothing merchandise line. Robin Dixon has embellished, and they sell hats, beanies, hoodies, and etc. Jill Zarin has Squeeze Couture line of shapewear and leggings. And by the way, couture for less than $20. She must have taken hints from Alexis. And she also sells hats. Baseball hats. Sanya Richards-Ross from Atlanta has a fashion line with Mommy Nation. Adriana De Mora has hoodies. The Countess de Lesseps had her, QVC, HSN, Evine line? And she also merches hats and Reasonably Shady, which happens to be a podcast by Giselle Bryant and Robin Dixon. And by the way, I'm not even going to get in to the fucking housewives that have podcasts because we all know that they all have them. The list is shorter of the ones that don't. And some of them shouldn't. I'm looking at you, TNT, not so much Tamara, but Teddy. Anyway, Reasonably Shady has merch. But the interesting part about this story is as of February 21st of this year, Eminem attempted to block the Reasonably Shady trademark, so stay tuned for that. Not from me, but, someplace else. Shannon Bedore has Real for Real clothing merch, so if you want a lemon tracksuit so that you can look like Jill Biden trying to be a cool mom, you can get that. Skinny Girl has apparel. Brandy Glanville unveiled Brand B, ! In 2012. Does it still exist? Nene Leakes had her line on HSN. Lisa Vanderpump had shoes for a hot second, but did she really make them, or was that just a way to fuck with the Maloof hoof? And yes, that's another Housewives line of clothes. The Maloof shoes no longer in production. Heather Thompson still has the Yummy brand up and running. Portia Williams has the drop. And to go back to Sheree with the Atlanta Housewives, we don't really know precisely how much money She by Sheree has made since launching, but if the sales are as good as Sheree has been insinuating they are, chances are she is well on her way to being a millionaire. Who knows? Maybe one day She by Sheree will help the reality TV star become one of the wealthiest Real Housewives. The outrageous prices the star is charging for her clothing will also help her to get to the $1 million threshold faster. According to the website, graphic t-shirts are being sold on average for about $82. Hoodies on the site range from $150 to $262. Fans were shocked and a bit taken aback when they first saw the prices. But Sheree has gone on to justify the crazy markups, like her $162 to $182 price range for joggers, by explaining all of her fat clothes are made with organic fabrics. And we're also doing a lot of customization, meaning puff prints, stitching, embroidery, all of that. I am really putting a lot into this, and I need people to know that, said Sheree to Page 6. Now, if you happen to be a little bit on the cheap side, feel free to visit my merch store at www.chattingtonight.com. It's in the gift store so that you can look as exquisite as I do.
Hey, buddy. How you doing? I'm good. I feel so much more relaxed. Thank you, Helen. I just feel like I'm excited and I feel relaxed and I'm ready to party with the best of them. And I'm gonna go down to the river.
I feel such a kinship with Kristen Wiig. I swear to God. She's like, not looks-wise, but like personality-wise, like my doppelganger. It's scary. Anyway, let's talk booze. I, for one, could use a drink. A nice, cold, frosty one. My God. Now, we all know Skinny Girl. But of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't at least mention this juggernaut. And frankly, I think it's the inspiration for all of these other bitches dipping their toes in the vat. But hang on, because there is so much more. Lisa Barlow of Salt Lake City has Vita Tequila. Luann tried her hand at a non-alcoholic wine called Fosé. Vanderpump has wine, sangria, and vodka that can be found at many, many places, most likely at Jax's house. Dorinda Medley came out with Bluestone Manor bourbon. Renna has wine. Brandy Glanville came out with unfiltered blonde wine. Ramona Singer's Pinot Grigio is still available. Heather Dubrow has Colette Champs. Teresa has the Fabulini. Sonia's Tipsy Girl Prosecco Flop. Then there was Vicky's vodka, which she was sued over. Wonder what happened with that. Kelly Dodd had something going on with Positive Beverages, but was fired after spitting some truths about COVID. And how could we forget the utterly forgettable Zing vodka from Adrienne Maloof? I feel like we've learned so much about so little, because let's face it, we did see a lot of overlap. And while I may tease the ladies of Bravo, well deserved, I do admire their entrepreneurial spirit. And even though I'm more than a little convinced that well over half of these things were just simply presented to them for who they are and they just sign their name to it, I don't begrudge them, okay? Because they're trying, and I love a trier. So if there's something that you want to do, you know, some little dream that's been rattling around your head, just go for it. Just fucking try, you know? What's the worst that can happen? You have a bespoke podcast with 208 listeners? Is that a bad thing? Fuck no. You know, you could compare yourself to a housewife. I mean, there's worse things that you could compare yourself to. So take Bethany's advice. Come from a place of yes. You know, give it a fucking shot. Because failure from trying is far less painful than failure from not trying. There's pride built into trying. And if I could just quote the great Elaine Stritch for just a second because I really, truly believe this. She says, I'm not saying you should be insensitive, but I am saying you should be sensible. Very few opinions should matter, and absolutely no opinion in the world should change how you feel about something or someone or what it is you want to do. The brave ones have all been told they were mad and wrong and out of style. Well, to hell with that. Scare some people. Do your own thing. Do what you were put here to do, and to hell with everyone else. If you're good, and if what you're doing is true and natural to you, people will find it. People will come. When I teach, I hear students worrying about what other people are thinking and saying, and they're not worrying about getting the work right or honoring the greats who made them want to act or sing in the first place. This is diamond-studded stupidity. Look ahead and burrow in. Do what you were meant to do. And do me a solid and join me on the next Chatting Tonight. Because I swear, I have a couple of potentially neat ideas floating around in all the minutia that is my brain. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I really, really, really appreciate it. And I want you to know from the bottom of my fucking heart, I'm totally rooting for your ass. That sounded weird. I feel like rooting and ass should maybe never be in the same sentence together. Let's just make that a new rule. And I had to come back because I fucking forgot about Kathy Hilton's Casa del Sol tequila, and now I'm never gonna be invited to Palm Springs. Fuck!
As a matter of fact, this is it, guys. Goodbye.